Hey friends, let me hit you with a bold truth right out of the gate. Being house rich and cash poor is not a flex in 2025. You might own a fancy condo, but if you're drowning in mortgage payments and can't touch your equity when life throws you a curveball, are you really free? Now, before you scroll away, hear me out. Let's talk about something that gets a lot of side eyes in Singapore. Downgrading. Yup, that word. The one that sounds like you're going backward in life. But what if I told you, downgrading from a private condo to an HDB flat could be your golden ticket to financial freedom? I'm going to break it all down for you. In plain English, no shame, no jargon. And trust me, by the end of this video, you might just start seeing downgrade as a power move. So if you want more control over your money and life, hit that like button, subscribe to Wealth for You, and stay till the end, because I'll share real strategies that could unlock hundreds of thousands in cash. Just by making one smart move. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. What is a downgrade? So, what exactly is a downgrade? In property speak, it simply means moving from a more expensive home, like a private condo, to a more affordable one, like an HDB flat. Sounds straightforward, right? But let's be real. In Singapore, that word carries weight. Because here, owning a condo is seen as a major milestone, a badge of success. So the idea of moving down can feel like a blow to the ego, almost like you're admitting defeat. But here's the truth. If you're house rich but cash poor, drowning in loan repayments, stressed over bills, and can't unlock the value sitting in your home, what are you really winning? Downgrading isn't about giving up. It's about choosing financial freedom over appearances. And that's a move worth celebrating. Chapter 2. Why people downgrade. So why are more and more people, even successful ones, choosing to downgrade? It's not because they failed in life. It's because they finally got smart. They stopped chasing status and started chasing freedom. Let's break it down. Maybe the kids have flown the nest, and you no longer need 3 bedrooms, 3 toilets, and a guest room no one ever sleeps in. Maybe you're sick of paying $300 to $500 a month in MCST fees, just to maintain a gym you don't use, a BBQ pit you've never touched, and a pool that became a giant water feature. Or maybe, and this is the real kicker, you're ready to stop being trapped by your property and start living on your own terms. That could mean retiring a few years earlier than you planned, taking a sabbatical to build that side hustle, or just breathing easier every month. No more stress about mortgage payments, rising interest rates, or what happens if your income takes a hit. The goal isn't to impress others with your address. It's to impress yourself with the freedom you've built. Downgrading isn't a step back. It's a strategic shift toward a life that's lighter, freer, and more flexible. Chapter 3. Cash locked up is not equal to cash flow. Here's the real talk. That beautiful condo you're living in? It might look great on paper. And yes, maybe it's gone up in value over the years. But unless you actually sell it, all that wealth, it's locked up. It's like sitting on a gold bar under your bed, shiny, impressive, but totally useless when your fridge is empty, the electricity bill is due, or your kid's tuition needs paying. And let's face it, inflation is eating into everything. Groceries, petrol, copy, even eggs aren't cheap anymore. So if your condo is appreciating slowly, your mortgage is hefty, and your cash flow is squeezed every month, you're not building wealth. You're carrying a burden. That's why downgrading is powerful. Because it's not just about moving into a different flat. It's about unlocking value that's been stuck in your walls for years, turning bricks into breathing space. Chapter 4. The math makes sense. Let's break it down with a simple example. Say you sell your private condo for $1.8 million. Then, you buy a spacious, well-located 5-room resale HDB for around $800,000. Let's assume you've already paid down a chunk of your condo mortgage. Great! That means after settling everything, you could walk away with hundreds of thousands in cash. No more massive loan hanging over your head, maybe even no mortgage at all. And suddenly, you've got options. You could invest in dividend stocks or REITs. You could top up your CPF and boost your retirement savings. You could even take that trip to Japan you've been putting off since 2019. And do it without feeling guilty. The best part? You're not just richer on paper anymore. You've got real cash flow. And that gives you real freedom. Chapter 5. It's not downsizing if it feels like an upgrade. Now, some of you might be thinking, but isn't downgrading a step down? Honestly, not necessarily. Here's the thing. Many newer condos, especially those built after 2010, are getting smaller and tighter. Some 3-bedroom units are barely 900 square feet. Meanwhile, a well-kept 5-room HDB flat could give you more space, better layout, and bigger bedrooms, all at a lower cost. And sure, you won't have a rooftop BBQ pit or an infinity pool. But let's be honest. How often do you really use them? Once a year during Chinese New Year? What you do get in a good HDB estate is everyday convenience. Food just downstairs. MRT within walking distance. Schools, clinics, coffee shops, everything is nearby. And that's not a downgrade. That's an upgrade in lifestyle. More space, more practicality. And most importantly, less stress. Because freedom isn't always about fancy facilities. Sometimes it's just being able to live comfortably without a financial burden strapped to your back. Chapter 6. The 15-month wait-out period. Okay, real talk. If you're under 55, yes, there's a 15-month wait-out period after selling your condo before you can buy a resale HDB. It's a bit of a bummer, I know, but there are ways around it. You can rent short-term or stay with family, or use the time to research your next home properly. Think of it as a buffer, a chance to plan, rest, and dream a little. And hey, if you're 55 and above, you can skip that wait. As long as you're buying a 4-room or smaller resale flat. Final thoughts. Real freedom starts with choices. Downgrading isn't about losing status, it's about reclaiming control. It means fewer bills, more flexibility, and a bigger cushion for life's surprises, or life's next big adventure. Because at the end of the day, financial freedom isn't just about hitting a number in your bank account. It's about waking up every morning and knowing you have choices. Where to live, how to work, when to rest, who to spend your time with. So if you've been thinking about downgrading from a condo to an HDB flat, don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel shy. Feel empowered. You're not stepping down. You're stepping into a smarter, freer version of your life. Let me know in the comments. Would you consider downgrading for financial freedom? And if this video helped you see things differently, give it a like and subscribe to Wealth for You for more practical, no BS tips on living free, building wealth, and making your money work harder, so you don't have to. Until next time, live smart, not just big.